everyone. Saturday. Here's my attempt at a MotoVLog. Gonna go get some breakfast for the family. Everyone's still kind of in bed, rolling around. So I figured I would go get some breakfast. What kind of breakfast? McDonald's. It's the only kind of McDonald's I'll eat is their breakfast. Probably still isn't that healthy, but I'd rather eat, I'm not gonna lie, I'll eat a Big Mac all day. Eat a Big Mac all day. But I hope everyone's enjoying my other videos. I really want to get some of these things started. I'm excited about it at the very least, and I don't know, just want to get a few things rolling here. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube, so I know what I'm trying to look for and what I'm trying to do in my videos, and I don't want to copy anybody, you know, because then some, you know, I mean, it just looks like, oh, look at this guy, he's just copying what I'm saying and doing in my videos. So I'm going to try not to do that, and, you know, just be original. I'm good at being original and funny. It just, you know, things happen. You're not yourself when you're on camera and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I'm going to McDonald's over in Tarpon Springs. And gonna get some breakfast, and then I'm actually gonna go back to the shop today to finish my my pillars. I vinyl dyed my pillars, and I covered my headliner board in black. So I want to put those back in the car today. It won't be in this, like it won't be transitioned into, hey, I'm working now. It'll be a separate part 3, I think, is the video of my custom interior. So if you're watching this and you're interested in custom upholstery or that kind of stuff in general, go over there and take a look at it. It'd be, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I'm driving around right now. This is I'm very close to Tarpon Springs. I mean, I live like 2 minutes away. I'm right on the border, actually. It's gonna be a good day, I guess. I mean, it's probably gonna rain a little bit. There's some decent cloud coverage here, some grays, but then again, I'm wearing my sunglasses. So yeah, it looks like we'll probably get some sort of showers today, but it's Florida, so it's happening all the time. I am so hungry. Should I let this guy in? Oh, he ain't coming in. My goodness gracious, I am tired from last night. Wow. We went out to a local restaurant called House. Oh, hi, notification. Went to a local Tap House. It's Johnny's Tap House. Me and Ashley, my best friend Cameron, and the 2 kids. Well, we all had a blast. It was a good time. I didn't mind it. Had a few good beers. Had some really good food, and then headed back home. We were supposed to go, oh, excuse me. We were supposed to go back out later last night, but we were all way too tired. It's been a long week, especially for me. Yeah, I would like the number 5.
No problem. What would you like with the drink?
I want orange juice.
You said an orange juice?
Yeah.
What size?
You have a large?
Okay.
And then I will get, let's see here, looking at my notes. Let's see. No, I'll need another, just a sandwich, bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Another bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle?
Yeah, just a sandwich.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some hash browns. Do they come in the 2-packs or it's just the 1?
It's just the 1.
Okay. So I need 3 hash browns.
Okay.
Let's see here. What do you guys want? Let's see. I know I need a strawberry banana smoothie.
No problem. What size?
Medium.
Okay.
And I'll get a large iced coffee, caramel.
Large iced caramel coffee, no problem.
Yeah, does that already come with like cream and sugar?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. I think that's it.
No problem. Everything on your skin looks correct?
Yeah.
It's gonna come out to be $21.34. Great. No, thank you.
Thank you. Alright, so I actually was able to get my food in like 30 seconds. That's crazy. Normally I have to wait forever at that McDonald's. Oh look, Ashley's calling me now. Let's see if it'll keep recording and take the phone call. Oh my gosh, of course. So yeah, Ashley called me and all she wanted was a hash brown. She said, I just want hash browns. I'm not very hungry. So I got hash browns and I know she's gonna want a coffee. So I got a coffee. And I got myself a McGriddle and I got Jaden a McGriddle. And she's like, oh, well, I could have eaten a McGriddle. Of course. Of course you could have. So I'm going back to McDonald's. I'm going to back to Donald's. Just a little history lesson in rap for you right there. If you don't know what song that is, she's too young for you, bro. I'm so stupid. Another McDonald's run. Y'all are gonna sit through this whole time though. I won't cut you off, I promise. Oh boy. Sorry for yawning in your face, everybody. Oh god, I feel so bad for these mail carrier people that have to sit here and wear face masks in their hot ass, like, mail carrier. What? Like, they're the only ones in that car. That's like me wearing a mask right now, sitting in my car by myself, talking to a speaker. Like, where's the common sense there? It's not, first of all. Damn mask. I'm getting tired of that shit. Tarpon Springs. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Tarpon Springs or not, but you have to. If you're Greek, you have to. If you're Greek and you haven't heard about Tarpon Springs, What rock are you living under? It's this little tourist trap in, it's the northernmost town or city in Pinellas County, right on the border of Pinellas and Pasco County. So Pinellas County, it's Tarpon Springs, and the very southernmost city of Pasco is Holiday, which is where I live. Pasco doesn't have a very good reputation, mostly being, you know, drugs and white trash. But it's coming up. Ever since I lived there, I've just taken out all the white trash. Just people don't know how to take their trash out.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, I need a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich.
Okay.
That's it.
It'll be $3.85. Thank you.
Thank you. I thought they can't charge tax on food. Or is that just grocery stores? I don't know. That seems But if you haven't been to Tarpon Springs, like I was saying, you should definitely make a trip out. Oh, my beard looks like garbage. If you're in Florida, it's so funny. So many people in Florida don't even know that Tarpon Springs exists. There's two main areas, so it's a very historical place. A bunch of Greek families came over here a long time ago. I mean, like early 1800s, and started just living here, basically, before it was really developed. And there was sugarcane farmers came down here, tobacco farmers came down here, and they started you know, farming the land. It's actually really rich in nutrients, even though it's mostly sand. You can actually get a lot of good growth out of the lands here. So that's what they started doing. And when the Greeks immigrated over here, they found all of the sponge life in the river, in Anclote River and out in the Gulf and stuff like that. So if you're familiar with any type of Greek heritage at all, sponges, goat milk soap, incense, like, they're great at making those. And so Tarpon Springs has two main areas. So you've got Main Street, which is Tarpon Ave, and that's where like First Friday happens, and that's where all the really nice old school buildings are. Hi, long time no see.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where all the buildings are that are historic, and they're all down that way. I'll probably take another trip down there at some point with the family and do like a vlog there. And then, thank you. And then once we go from there, I would take you guys down to the Sponge Docks. The Sponge Docks is this beautiful. The Sponge Docks is where the Sponge Docks, that's the name. And they have an area called the Sponge Exchange, and there is an old movie called Beneath the 12-Mile Reef, and it was filmed here in Tarpon Springs a long time ago. And it kind of goes over all the sponge divers and all of that were here back in the day building Tarpon Springs. So I love to go there. There's a place called Anclote Brew. It's a little tap house with craft beer and stuff like that. Thank you. And so basically, all sponges. It's totally a tourist trap. You know, all of the stores are very similar in you know, shelves with names on them, keychains. I got wasted in Tarpon Springs t-shirts, and you know, all the touristy stuff. That's at the Sponge Docks, but it's so nice. They have arts and crafts conventions. They close down, so that road over there at the Sponge Docks is called Dodecanese Boulevard, I think, and that's the Sponge Docks. And then you come down Pinellas Ave, which takes you down to the main street, which is Tarpon Ave. So basically those two main streets and everything between, and a little bit the other way as well, a little bit south of Tarpon, is all historic, incredibly historic. It's so nice here. I love it. There's very nice local restaurants. The craft beer community is really picking up. So you know, this entire area is really bustling right now. So I love it here. It's a little expensive to live here in retrospect to other parts of even Florida. I mean, if I were to move to Ocala in the sticks, well, guess what? I don't have to spend that much money. The cost of living is way down. But then even in Ocala, where it's nothing, more or less, you've got these, you know, these really nice communities, and it can get expensive to live there. It's pretty crazy. When I just traveled to Georgia recently, oh my gosh, it was so inexpensive in comparison. Like, we went to a restaurant called Nick and Norm's. If you know what Nick and Norm's is, Norman Reedus owns that restaurant from The Walking Dead. And it was actually the actors, the blonde lady, and what was her name? So Andrea and Michonne were standing there, the girl with the dreads and the sword. They were standing in front of Nick and Norm's at Woodbury when they were there. So you can actually see it in the show. But we went there, and like last night I spent money at Johnny's Tap House. It was a pretty decent bill. At Nick and Norm's, we had the best food I've ever had. Ever. Beefsteak tip medallions. Wow. Wow on my life. This person does not know how to drive. It's a stop sign. It's a four-way stop sign. That lady came up at the same time I did. And then the lady over here came up right afterwards and basically just decided to go. So I'm actually crossing over Tarpon Ave right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down Tarpon Ave so you can kind of see what the... Oh, stop sign, lady. Alright. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, people don't really know how to drive around here. It's quite irritating, I'm sure. I didn't want that lady to stop. Didn't need to. But here is Tarpon Ave, like the end of Tarpon Ave. This is all such a bustling little area. Like that guy right there has got a drone. He's about to go up and do a drone video of the town. And actually right here to the left, if you can see this, it looks like there's an Ultima in front of me right now. If you look to the left where that gray building is with like the clay tile roof, excuse me, that building, I can't see it from here. It says a date on it, and then I actually have another one. So just to my right, if you see this crosswalk, and then if it's right to the right, it was built in 1984, this building. But this whole road was all dirt. I mean, it's crazy. Oh, they set up new cameras. That's a little different. Huh. Anyways, turning on to Pinellas Ave here. This brings you down to Dodecanese. And this is actually the Greek Orthodox Church. It's been here for literally ever. You can actually see how old these buildings are. If you're looking at any of these buildings, I mean, they are old. They are old. Some of them have been run down. A lot of them have been restored. But unfortunately, I guess fortunately, but unfortunately, a lot of these buildings that are historic, you can't redo them. You have to leave them as is, which I get. I understand how it works. But like this building to my right with the red roof, if you see that stone right there, it had shut like panels on the side of it, and it started falling apart. And since the original owners put that there, it became a historic building. And there was this big thing about them taking the panels off, even though they were falling off into the street and the wind would blow them off. You know, I get it, but you know, also, hey, be safe. I don't know, it's kind of common sense in reality. Not a lot of common sense around here. Uncommon common sense, that's what I like to call it. But here is Dodecanese right here. I'm not going to turn left into the sponge docks because that's it's a very slow 15 mile an hour, you know, speed limit. So it's kind of slow. But this is Dodecanese that we just crossed over. All this area, I'm telling you, is the nicest. To just, it's a family place. It's not like oh, I'm gonna go get wasted in Tarpon Springs. Even though you could, I'm sure you fully could find a place to get wasted here. Here's Anclote River. We go on the boat all the time. We go out to the islands in the Gulf of Mexico and things like that. Man, that guy was up my butt. I just had to speed up a little bit. See, like to my left right here, this pink building, that's historic. They're not allowed to change the roof. It's a metal roof, and they can't change it. The only thing you can do is fix it from the inside, and then minor repairs that are approved by the local government. But anyways, all this land right here that we're passing by is all for sale, undeveloped, completely undeveloped. We're still in Tarpon Springs, and we don't get out of Tarpon Springs until, I want to say right there where that road just transitioned, but then there's a sign. There's a sign up here that says Pasco County. Oh, it's a lot further up actually. But yeah, all this land is like for sale and everything. I'm gonna turn this camera back around. Yeah, all this land, you know, I mean, I fully plan on staying in this area and buying, you know, some land. I'd love to start a business. I know my fiance and her mom had talked about starting a brewery. Oh gosh. Sorry for yawning again. I'm just very tired. I'm almost home too, so I'm gonna finish this up. But they were talking about doing starting a brewery. Well, don't you hate that when you're waving somebody on and they don't freaking look at you? They're not paying attention. There's a lot of Florida here. They don't pay attention. Probably rambling a little bit in this video, but that's okay. It's my first little moto vlog, so y'all can deal with it, I'm sure. Now hiring sewing machine operator. I applied before I went back to Lance's, so I'll try and update everybody on everything as I start making more videos. But I now work at Lance's Tops and Auto Upholstery. I do custom upholstery. I wasn't there for like the last 2 years because I went and got a job as an upholstery manager of a very, very nice custom shop called Auto Styles. And I apprenticed under Lance for like 4 or 5 years before doing that. And then this pandemic happened, and you know, businesses can't always thrive, and you know, I didn't get fired and I didn't get let go. I put my 2 weeks in for my own reasons, and then I couldn't find another job like an idiot, so I went crawling back to Lance. Thankfully, Lance is probably one of the most humbling and helpful and generous people I've ever met in my entire life. And he hired me back almost without question. I did have to kind of be like, oh, you know, do this and do that for the first few weeks. That way, you know, you're not paying me a bunch of money and you don't have any money coming in. I understand how business works, so I was willing to compromise. A week went by, and I'm incredibly good at marketing and social media, and 28 of them millennials. So, but you know, I started getting work rolling in, and he was like, "Oh, dude, we don't even have to worry about that anymore. We're just you're hired back," and blah blah blah. More rambling. Anyway, orange juice. But yeah, I am gonna bring the food in. I got my McD's. You can see my headliner still out. So if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, please go over and look at that video. I'll probably have it like here, maybe. Is that fancy? Anyways, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and let me know down in the comments if you like this type of stuff. If you do, I'll keep doing it. And if I keep doing it, we'll get a community built. And I like to do giveaways. So hopefully we can get some stuff going. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.